morning, Arizona. It is 7 o'clock. Thanks for being with us here on Good Morning Arizona as we are starting your Wednesday top of the hour with an excessive heat warning for the valley. You really need to be cautious out there, so we've got team coverage for you.
I'm yet to hear in for Scott. The National Weather Service is actually extending that heat warning. It's now going to last until Sunday. Good Morning Arizona is bringing you team coverage of this heat in just a bit. April's going to give us her forecast, but first we're going to check in with Erin Nee because she is tracking the response from Valley officials to this spike in temperatures. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, with that heat advisory actually extended, we know that the Salvation Army, they're going to have those hydration stations open throughout the valley. But right now things feel pretty good here right where we are at Tempe Town Lake. But that won't be the case in just a few hours when things heat up. As we know that we are reaching some of the hottest temperatures so far this year, just this week. And it's kind of a coincidence because the National Weather Service is actually teaming up with the Arizona Department of Health Services and kicking off their heat awareness campaign. This is basically a time where they try and raise awareness and remind people about the dangers or how dangerous the heat can be and what they can do to stay safe. Now, unfortunately, during the summer, we know that several people unfortunately die due to heat-related illnesses. And the National Weather Service tells us that last year, more than 250 people died because of those heat-related illnesses. So this year, they've kicked off this campaign, and it's falling on one of the hottest weeks, like I mentioned, so far this year. But this is a time for them to just ramp up and remind people about the heat. So every day there's a different theme. They go over things about like how to hydrate, those different illnesses, and just give some people some tips on how to stay safe in general.
What actions should you be taking whenever we do have a significant heat? Making sure they're hydrated, taking frequent breaks when they're outside, making sure they're checking on the elderly.
And now another thing people want to be mindful of as it gets hotter out here, think about the things that you have in your car. If you have aerosol cans, hairspray, things like that, you want to go ahead and bring those indoors because as it heats up, these could potentially explode. The other thing, hand sanitizer. We are using it a lot these days, but officials say that go ahead and take that hand sanitizer out of your car because as the temperature inside the car increases, the alcohol actually evaporates, and then obviously the hand sanitizer isn't as useful as it would be. But that's the latest here at Tempe Town Lake. I'm going to toss it over to April with a look at your forecast.